Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Crash. I am your host, Gethin Mayers, and today we're going to be talking about what are the clairs of mediumship. So the clairs of mediumship are quite an important thing around mediumship, obviously, because this is how you receive the information. So spirit will work with you in different ways, and they will provide you evidence. Sometimes they might show you things, sometimes they might tell you things, sometimes you might just feel, or sometimes you might just know, you might smell, you might taste. So spirit will work with you in a variety of different ways, and it's important to know which clairs you're using, which clairs are your strongest, which clairs are your weakest. And it helps you figure out the way that spirit wants to work with you and the areas that you need to improve. So what are the clairs? The term clair comes from the French word meaning clear. Clair refers to different psychic abilities or channels through which individuals perceive information beyond the physical senses. There are several clairs associated with mediumship, each corresponding to a different sense or way of receiving intuitive information. Here are the main clairs and how they work in mediumship. So clairvoyance, this is clear seeing. This is the ability to perceive images, symbols, or scenes in the mind's eye that are not visible to the physical eyes. So this is normally like they'll flash up like an image, and you have to hold that image and focus on it to, well, basically be able to deliver the message. So they might show you a mug, for instance, but you have to be able to hold on to that image a little bit more, just so that you can be like, this mug is blue, it's got a chip in the top, the handle's missing, you know, that kind of thing. So you can give more detail about it. So clear seeing is one of the main ones that most people use in mediumship. You'll always hear it all the time, clairvoyance. You know, most people, they always say this is their main strength, either because they don't know the other clairs or just because, yeah, it genuinely is how they work, how they see. So me, myself, I shut my eyes when I'm working. So I can use my clairvoyance more. I can see the image going in my head a little bit more. And it's a little bit more clear. When I have my eyes open, I can't see it as well. So the clairvoyance allows mediums to see images or scenes related to spirits, messages, or past events. They may visualize symbols, faces, places, or events associated with the spirit they're connecting with. So I use it primary to see the spirit. So when I'm describing the spirit, this is my clairvoyance kicking in, and I'm able to describe them in a little bit of detail so that the person I'm reading for knows exactly who I'm reading for. People who are naturally visual or imaginative often find clairvoyance to be their dominant psychic sense. They may be skilled at visualizing and interpreting mental images or symbols. So I think this is where ADHD comes in handy, because where I got ADHD and dyslexia, I'm always, you know, visualizing things. I'm always doing things in the mind's eye. So I got a very strong imagination, and this has definitely helped with my mediumship, and it helps massively. I absolutely love the way I work. At the moment, it's a bit all over the place. I got a new guide coming in, but yeah, I love the way I'm working, and I love how I'm able to see the people as well. I feel very gifted, very honored to be able to see spirit. So there's many, many, many ways you can work on your clairvoyance. Basically, it's all about like retracting images in your head. So basically, you can sit there and you just gotta look at an environment, and then in your mind's eye, you gotta recreate that environment. So clairvoyance is one of the easiest to work on, but not everyone is able to do it. I think there's an illness where some people just see darkness, like they can't see pictures and stuff in their mind. I think illness is probably the wrong word, but there's a disorder, and it's something like 3% of people. So I think it's something called like aphasia. Yeah, it's something like that. It's it begins with an A anyway. Have a Google. I should have probably researched it before, but it's all good. It's all good. Next up, we have clairaudience. So this is clear hearing. Clairaudience is the ability to hear sounds, voices, or messages from the spirit world that are not audible to the physical ears. So this is like when you hear your name being called and there's no one around, or you get a random song in your head, or anything that's connected to sound is basically clairaudience when you're working with spirit. If it's not your physical ears and no one else heard the sound, you're not going crazy. This is just clairaudience. So in mediumship, clairaudience allows the mediums to hear voices of the spirits or receive messages through inner dialogue. They may hear words, names, or phrases spoken by the spirits they're communicating with. So there's a common misconception that when spirit speaks to you, they speak like I'm speaking to you now. But it could be for other people, but for me, when spirit speaks to me, it is completely different. It is like a broken radio, and you hear like every other word, or you miss a word, or they might mumble. Yeah, it's not easy. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm lucky again. They do use clairaudience a lot with me. So yeah, I'm very lucky in that sense. So they'll give me names in this manner. They'll give me songs. They'll tell me to say certain things, like if they're just saying left, 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 you know, or they might give me the street address through the clairaudience. So the clairaudience is very similar to the clairvoyance with the exercise to improve this one. You basically just recreate sounds in your head. So if you heard a bird singing, for instance, you would recreate that sound in your head using your clairaudience. So I do so my two strongest ones are clairvoyance and clairaudience, but I'm very lucky and I'm able to use all of them. And what you'll find is you'll probably use all of them. But for me, it depends who I'm working with. Sometimes I don't see at all and I only feel, which brings us on to clairsentience. So clairsentience is about clear feeling. Clairsentience is the ability to perceive intuitive information through feelings, sensations, or emotions. So this is where you feel like the pain, the ailments on the body. You might feel the personality. You might feel happy. You might feel sad. You might feel... It's all about feeling. You actually physically feel it. So when I know someone's got cancer, for instance, and it started in the stomach, I will feel the cancer. I'll feel very ill. I'll feel very weak. I'll feel it spreading through my body. It's also like if someone had a bad shoulder, I would feel the pain in the shoulder. So I get like a sharp pain, a dull pain, depending what the pain is, because obviously there's many different versions of pain and feeling. I do feel a bit of emotions and personality, but that's more of the next clear that I'm going to be talking of rather than the feeling, but I do get it sometimes. So in mediumship, clairsentience allows mediums to sense the emotions, energy, or personality of the spirits that they're connecting with. They may feel the emotions or physical sensations associated with the spirit's life, experiences, or messages they wish to convey. People who are empathic, sensitive, or emotionally attuned often exhibit clairsentient abilities. They may pick up on subtle energy shifts or emotional vibrations in their surroundings. So if you're very in tune with energy, clairsentience is going to be a very good one for you. Clairsentience is probably going to be the one that you might use a lot if you're very empathic. If you're a healer, this is probably a good one for you. So yeah, the way that you improve this, there's a few exercises again, but it's all about just becoming aware in your surroundings, going into a meditation and basically feeling different parts of your body. So you're feeling the energy in your shoulder, you're feeling the energy in your leg, and you basically just work on it. Next, you have Claircognizance. Claircognizance is clear knowing. It's the ability to receive intuitive knowledge or insights with knowing how or why. So, for instance, if for some reason I just said, like, oh, I know April is significant, but I didn't hear it, I didn't see it, I didn't feel it, I just know it's significant to you, and I don't know why, then yeah, that's your claircognizance. So this comes up in a lot of readings. Lots of people use claircognizance, but because a lot of mediums don't actually know their clairs, they don't actually class it as claircognizance. They always say it's clairvoyance, and they put it as a big umbrella term, which is wrong, but ayo, each to their own. In mediumship, claircognizance allows mediums to receive information or insights about spirits, events, or circumstances without external cues. They may have a deep sense of knowing about the identity, intentions, or messages of the spirit they're connecting with. So it's just random things that you know, but that you didn't see it, you didn't hear it, you didn't feel it. You just got this knowing feeling, like you know deep down in your bones this information is right. So typical users who use Clairsentience, they normally have a good gut feeling. They normally trust their gut a lot. They work a lot from the solar plexus, and it's basically they know things are going to happen without knowing why. So like if they've ever said like, oh, so-and-so's going to phone me, and then all of a sudden they phone, they're just trusting their gut instinct. So to work on this one is all about just journaling, basically. Just when you've caught yourself saying like, oh, I already know this is going to happen, and it happens, just journal it, and then this increases it. It's also like little games you can play. Like you can say like, I know there's going to be a red car coming around next. You got it where you can play it with the cards. You work on your intuition. So you get a pack of playing cards, and basically you start off saying like red, black, the card's going to be red, the card's going to be black. Then when you get good at that, you're like clubs, spades, hearts, diamonds. Then when you get good at that, it's 1, 2, 8, 7. And then when you get good at that, you start pairing it up as red 8, black 8. Then when you get good at that, this is where it's like really tricky. You basically call it for the card that it is. I'm not very good at it, but it's a fun game to do. Then you got Clairgustance. So this is one of my absolute favorites when I get good tastes. But when I get bad tastes, I absolutely hate it. So obviously with this good, this bad. But Clairgustance is clear tasting. And Clairgustance is the ability to taste flavors or substances without physical contact. Oh my God, some of the food that's come through, oh my God, it's been absolutely incredible. But then some of the tastes that come through, like smoking, for instance, I've never smoked in my life. So when that comes through, it's not very nice. Or if they had like really bad breath, or if there was like, decay in the teeth, or if they wasn't a very good cook, it's not nice when you get that taste in your mouth. And let me tell you, the stronger your Clairgustance is, the stronger you can actually feel it, So in mediumship, Clairgustance may manifest as tasting sensations associated with spirits or spirit-related phenomena. So this could be anything from whether the person smoked, or like I said, decay in the mouth, or it could be sweet treats, or it could be anything that you can taste. Some people taste perfume. I've tasted bleach, where, like sometimes where the bleach is so strong, the taste of it. It's like that kind of feeling. So all this can happen. Oh, Clairgustance may manifest as tasting sensations associated with a spirit. And it's crazy. It is crazy to think that you can just summon up, random tastes. Individuals who have a strong heightened sense of taste or a strong connection to food flavors may be more inclined to experience Clairgustance. So yeah, this is basically me all over. I'm a big foodie, so this is why Clairgustance comes up in pretty much every single reading I ever do. There's going to be a form of Clairgustance. For this one, you go into a meditation, and similar to the sounds and the images, you just bring different food tastes into your mouth, and you just recreate it in your mind, which is cool. And then Clairalience. This is clear smelling. So this one goes hand in hand a little bit with Clairgustance. And Clairalience is the ability to smell scents or odors not present in the physical moment. So have you ever smelt perfume or cigarette and there's no one around smoking, or there's no perfume around, or it reminds you of a loved one, or freshly cut grass, and that was a thing that you associate with someone? These are all signs that you're using Clairalience. Clairalience is not a very common one. Like, don't get me wrong, people do smell things, but you can do a whole reading on Clairalience. To be fair, you can do a whole reading on Clairgustance either. So I guess these two are like just extras, like they kind of added feelings. Whereas the other ones, you could do a whole reading. Clairsentience, you could have Clairvoyance, Clairalience, and Claircognizance. You could do a full reading on all of them. So typical users for Clairalience is individuals who have heightened sense of smell or strong connection to aromas and scents, may be more inclined to experience Clairalience. So I used to work in a candle shop, so my scent of smell is pretty good. because I used to have to smell different combinations of, you know, the candles and stuff. And this one, the exercise for this one is exactly the same for the Clairgustance, except rather than food, you're bringing smells into your nose, which is quite straightforward. So each Clair is unique and may vary in prominence or accessibility from person to person. While some individuals might predominantly rely on one Clair, others may experience a combination of Clairs working together to facilitate their intuitive perceptions and mediumship abilities. So that is all the Clairs, and there's like few exercises you can do and stuff to learn which Clair is your strongest, which Clair you do prefer. But I think it's good if you are looking into getting into mediumship that you do pay attention to the Clairs that you're using and how you work, because you know where to work, where you don't need to work. So I'm going for a new guide at the moment, and let me tell you, like, I need to work on my Clairaudience, whereas before my Clairaudience was absolutely superb. It was absolutely on fire. Now I need to work on it, whereas my Clairvoyance is, yeah, it's strong. It's still strong. It's always been my strongest point. But I use all of my Clairs when I can in my readings, and like I said, I leave it up to spirit how they want to work with me. So maybe I need to get a bit more structure. I'm learning as we go along. I'm not perfect. You know, I've only been doing it 3.5 years, but the amount of knowledge and experience I've gained, I absolutely love it, and I'm passionate about it, and I continue want to improve. So if I learn something that I'm able to improve on, why wouldn't I? So this has been the Spiritual Clash. You've got a little bit of an insight into the spiritual Clairs, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day and that you can take something from it and go and discover which Clair is your strongest, because you might realize that it might help you, even if you're not doing mediumship, it might help you in your day-to-day life. For instance, like your Claircognizance, that intuitive ability, that's going to help everyone in their day-to-day life, isn't it? So go and do some research, go and look into which is your strongest Clair, which Clair do you use, and it can help you in your day-to-day life. So thank you very much for listening to The Spiritual Crash. I've been Gethin Mayers, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.